Hey everybody, it's me, Joe from Betta, and this is a product video. We're going to show you one of our many awesome products that we have here at Betta. And so one of the ways we choose products is that they're easy to use, and they're made well, and they're good for animals. And so if you ever come across a product that we cover that you don't think it's great, make sure you let me know, and you can send us an email to help@bookshelves.com. So today we're going to talk about what so far is our #1 selling product, which is the Marina Betta Easy Care Aquarium. Today I'm going to show you how to set this guy up, and we're going to talk about how to use it, because I love Betta fish. I think they're really awesome fish to have because they tend to be pretty easy to take care of. They're kind of hardy, and they're beautiful. So I just got in this black orchid Betta, and it's a crown tail. So I'll show you pictures of him a little bit later on. But I am obsessed with this Betta so much that I think I'm going to keep him in my office. So I thought I'd set up the Betta Easy Care Aquarium for him. Right now he's actually in a 10-gallon aquarium, a divided 10-gallon aquarium with 3 other Bettas, and it's kind of how we keep them temporarily in these divided aquarium until people buy them. So take a 10-gallon aquarium, and I'll show you in a video how I divide that up. And sometimes it comes out really good, sometimes it doesn't, but we'll show you him. So let's talk about the Marina Betta Easy Care Aquarium. So it comes in 3 different colors. This happens to be the black model, but there's black, blue, and white. And they all come with really cool backgrounds. So let's real quick show you what comes inside of the package. Just get it open. There we go. Alright, so inside the package you have a few things. We'll take them all out and show you what that's like. Alright, the first thing you're going to see is this really cool cup. And you're thinking, oh, have a little cocktail? No. There's a reason why you have this cup. I'll show you that in a second. You've got the directions to the Easy Care Aquarium, and then you can take the plastic off, and you've got the Easy Care Aquarium itself inside, and there's more goodies too. We'll show you in a second. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to take the bag. I'm going to toss it in there. I know how to set it up, so I'm going to put the directions inside, and we'll close that up. So, take the top off, we'll put that to the side. We're actually going to take the main base part out for right now. We're going to take the decoration out, and we're going to take the bottom off as well. Inside this back area, which is kind of your filter, not kind of your filter, I'll show you what that means in a second. You've got stones. It comes with stones. You've got all that, okay, set up for you. So again, you have directions inside of your box. You've got the main tank. You've got a lid. You've got the Easy Care Aquarium cup. You've got stones. The black one comes with kind of big black stones. It's kind of cool. You've got a base. You've got a water reservoir, and you've got a decor. Now, I'll show you later on how to put the decor in, but here's the kind of cool thing. They're always double-sided, the 2 different cool designs. You could also, what's kind of cool for the kids, make your own. What I'm thinking about doing is making one that has the Betta logo on it and putting that in the back. Because you put anything in the back, it's kind of cool. But anywho, you'll be able to choose either side of this. I chose the black because he is a black orchid Betta, and I'm really excited for him. So there's a few things we're going to do. We're going to rinse our stones. I always recommend you rinsing your stones, just because you don't know how long it's been packaged and sitting in the box. You know what I mean? We get them in, and these guys, as I said, are very popular, so they sell real quick on our shelves, but I don't know how long they've been sitting in the warehouse when they came to me. So you want to wash your rock. You're going to want to rinse out your tank as well. So I'm going to do both of those things, and we'll be right back. Let's go do that. Okay, so I've rinsed out our main container here, and I have my rocks on a nice microfiber cloth. I've rinsed them as well. So, I've also, as you can see, prepared 2 containers full of water. And how do I prepare the water? Well, I take water out of your tap, or you can take, if you have like a reverse osmosis system, and that kind of stuff, and you always add some drops of a dechlorinator. And we actually have a really awesome Betta dechlorinator from Marina. I'll flash that on the screen right now. And that's what I use to get these guys prepared. So let me kind of talk to you a little bit about how the science behind this works, because you're saying there's no filter, but you said there was kind of a filter. This water reservoir is going to be a big part of that. So if you look in the bottom of your Marina system, there is this little thing down at the bottom, and this is actually a drain. And what will happen is when you add water to this container past the fill line, or past the opening in the back, water will get sucked from the bottom through a tube up and into the water reservoir in the back. So that's where this cup comes in handy. This is where you, every day, we recommend you putting some dechlorinated water in here up to the top and pouring it into your tank. And I'll show you that process a little bit later on with this. So to get started, we're going to pop this guy on the base. It's got three little nubs here at the bottom, and they fit into 3 nubs on the base. So that'll go right in there, keeping it nice and secure. We're going to pop the back on. Really easy to pop the back on. I go in on an angle, and just goes. So I'll show you that from the side here. I just go in on an angle. When you're going to empty this later on, same kind of deal, at an angle and in. Okay? This little guy, it's a floater. It'll tell you when this reservoir is full. Okay, so we got this going on. Let's put our stones inside, and we'll arrange whatever we want. And there are a few accessories you could put inside of here. I don't recommend putting any plants in there. There's already kind of a small container for your Betta, so you don't want to go ahead and go too crazy with putting any kind of plants or other decorations in here. The only thing I would recommend you do put in here is a Betta leaf. The Betta leaf, or a Betta pad, sometimes we call it. They're just a little leaf that can stick onto the side of your aquarium, and the Betta kind of enjoys that. Alright, so we have that in there. You know what I forgot to do? Our decoration. Oopsies. Take this bit off. Your decoration, if you're going to use the decorations that come with your Betta kit, they have a little sticky at the top. You just peel off the sticky you want. I'm going to go with this design on the front, but there's also a design here on the back. And as I said, you could create your own, which is what I think I will eventually do. And you just kind of find the right spot for it. I like to align it right to the top as best I can. Really should be down eye level with it, but I think I did a pretty decent job. Let's just double check. Actually not too bad. For me, that's a big deal. Okay. Now we'll put the back on. And you've got your decor, you've got your stones, you're kind of all set and ready. What we're going to do now is we're going to add our dechlorinated water into here. I'll actually put the lid on. This is the only part of this system that I think is like just okay. This little guy here, this little floater, when the reservoir is full, it'll pop up, that red thing will pop up and you'll see it. You got to make sure that it goes in this hole in the back. And so this one works out really well. It seems to go right in. We have had a few models that the red thing completely gets cut off to the side. Just make sure you go right over it like that. See, I'm hitting that? And look, right there, I missed it. Okay, it looks like it's on, and it's on, but the red thing is off to the side. You want to kind of get that red thing in that. So it's the only part of the system that I'm like, about. Just make sure that the red part gets inside of there. And I'll show you a cool picture of that later on what I'm talking about. Okay, now we're just going to add our water in. This is, again, dechlorinated water. So we're going to pour the water in. You're going to go up to the fill line here of this. And the fill is going to be right before the, before you get to the top. So you can kind of take a look on the side. There's a slight indent in the glass, or this plastic I should say, that goes around. That'll show you what the fill line is. You can feel it with your finger, and you can see it. And right up to the fill line. And boom, there you go. Now, I am a fan of not putting your fish in here, or even trying the acclimation process yet. I like to let the water sit for a little while. Because there's not a filtration system, there's not a bubbler in here, you can let this sit for only a couple of hours. This is what I like to do, is let it sit a little bit. Other accessories you might want to add to here is, depending on the temperature of your room, we have a Betta heater. You can put the Betta heater and stick it to the back of your glass, which will be wonderful. I want to quickly show you how this water change works every day. So you take dechlorinated water, you take your cup, and you're going to put a cup of dechlorinated water in. I recommend to do it every single day. So all you have to do is I do a slow pour, because don't forget your Betta fish is going to be swimming around in there. You do a slow pour, and the water will not overflow. Don't worry. But what's happening is, as I'm putting this water in, it's filling up the reservoir in the back. And I'm going to show you that a little bit. I didn't finish my cup yet, but I'm going to turn this real quick. and see if I could show you that which you can't see it. Let's get a better camera angle, why don't we? My camera works out great. So as we pour this water in, and I'll pour it in kind of quick here, but you wouldn't normally do that. You can see the water comes trickling out the back here. Really kind of cool. So you'll see the little floater red thing is popping up here in the back. That means that your reservoir is full of water. So I'll show you how that works on the side. Just kind of take your lid off, and then you're going to turn it out, pull it out like this. Okay? And I'm just going to show you. I'm not going to bring it over to the sink. I'm just going to pour it back into my tube. Oh, wrong side. You're going to want to watch. And of course it's going to drip out. Oh, fix that. You're not going to want to pour it out this way because that's where the little filter piece comes out. Okay, so. And you're going to just dump this in the sink. So, we'll dump it back in my container for now. It hasn't been efficient here, so the water isn't dirty. Alright, got a little water down there. We'll have to clean that up. Use my microfiber, get that all done there. But that's it. That's literally how you take care of this thing. Now, this Marina Betta Aquarium is obviously recommended for bettas. One betta, you know, you cannot put a male, more than one male betta together. That's why they're happily named the Siamese fighting fish. And it's really cool for here. I'll tell you, I have customers that also use the Marina Betta Aquarium, the Easy Care Aquarium, for one aquatic African dwarf frog. That's cool too. I've seen the dwarf frogs be pretty happy there. What I do want you to keep an eye on when you're using a dwarf frog in here, dwarf frogs do have the ability to jump. And while the water level isn't at the very top, and your dwarf frog probably won't jump, I would put a little mini screen over the top of this so that your dwarf frog does not try to jump out or isn't able to jump out of here. So I recommend water changes to this as well. So I know every day you're using your cup and you're doing water changes on this guy. What I do and I tell customers to do is to actually take the lid off, be careful of your betta, and scoop out several cups of water, and then completely and then add those cups back in later on. So you do one cup at a time, let this fill up, dump it out, another cup to get half a container of water change. And then, so I recommend doing that at least once a month. And then I'm going to recommend every other month doing a complete water change of this thing. And here's why. As cool as it is and as much as it sucks down a lot of the dirt and grime that gets involved here, it's not a true filter, so it's not really going to keep it immaculately clean for your betta and water betta to be happy. So what I recommend you doing is taking your betta out, and this cup can be kind of good for that. Take your betta out. If you have a skimmer or a net, that's even better. Use the water from inside here, put it inside the cup, get your betta in here, let your betta hang out on the side while you completely dump it out, rinse all of your rocks, rinse your aquarium one more time, put new dechlorinated water in here just like we did today, and then since this cup is actually very thin, let it rest on top with your betta inside of it, and what it will do is acclimate your betta again, and you will be able to put your betta back inside out here, and it'll be almost a completely new water change. It's kind of good, and you know, it's good to have a little bit of that good bacteria in. So some of the bacteria that's kept in your cup water, because you can dump the whole cup back in here. Once he's acclimated to the water, you dump that back in here, and you will have some of that good bacteria left. So this is the Marina Easy Care Aquarium. It's really good, really cool. There's a few accessories that we have available. There's the water conditioner. There are some weekend feeders if you're going away for him. We've got really cool pellet food that goes with this, but don't forget the heater especially. My house right here is pretty warm, so I'm not too worried right now without having a heater in there. But we also have thermometers. You can check your water temperature. I'm Joe. Thanks so much for watching this. This is our first product video talking all about the Marina Betta Easy Care Aquarium. Check me out more at YouPetcha. Find us on Facebook, find us on Twitter, find us on Instagram. We've got it all. I think I have it all hanging out back here. We'll put it on the video as well. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good one.